and you're watching The Anthony Rogers Show.
Dude, so you're on the Anthony Rogers Show right now, and I just want to know, what's it like taking people's jobs? You feel good about yourself? Huh? You feel good? Oh, you're just gonna walk away? Oh, okay, bet, dude. Okay, bet. See ya. Oh, you wanna fight? Oh, okay. You wanna fucking go? You wanna fucking go, dude? Where is he going? Like, what is happening right now? Oh, now you wanna? Oh, okay, never mind.
I'm Savannah Storm, and you are watching The Anthony Rogers Show.
Hi, I'm Sheena Ryder, and you're watching The Anthony Rogers Show.
How's it going? This is Sean from Smile Empty Soul, and you are watching The Anthony Rogers Show.
Hey, it's your favorite comedian Anthony Rogers reminding you to get cigars from Patriot Cigar Company. Tobacco from Nicaragua, best tobacco in the game. Get you some. We got a promo code right now in the description. If you use the promo code LEGENDARY, you get 25% off your cigar orders. Do it now. What a...
I ain't proud of all the punches that I've thrown. I need you, oh God. I need these beautiful things that I've got.
What's going on, Anthony Rogers Show? This is Braden, and I'm excited to announce that I'm bringing Foodies Eat First Fest to downtown St. Louis Saturday, August 16th and 17th. If you look at your calendar, yes, that's when the Yankees and Cardinals are playing. And since we're doing that, let's do this. Let's bring in the best restaurants in St. Louis all under one roof. And I said Yankees, right? So we're going to bring the iconic Katz's Deli to St. Louis. They're going to be there exclusively on Saturday during brunch and dinner. Yes, we have this broken out: brunch, dinner, late night. Whatever you're craving, we have you covered, but literally some of the best food you'll ever have in your life, all under one roof. So make sure you guys use code AR10. Shout out to Anthony Rogers, and I'll see you guys there.
You survived the longest intro in the entire world. Thank you. Sorry for the late start also. But here we go with Frankie McDonald.
And the weather in Sydney, Nova Scotia, as for right now, down Charlotte Street in Sydney, it's humid outside in Sydney, Nova Scotia. So right now, it's going to turn comfortable and cooler on Friday, where I'm at. And I'm showing you Charlotte Street in Sydney right now. That's Charlotte Street in Sydney right now. And guess what? It's going to next week. It's going to be hotter than normal western United States. Then they got Aaron going to become a major hurricane. Then it's going to turn northward direction. It's going to impact Bermuda mid next week. Then it's going to turn to the northeast. It may impact Newfoundland, possible, according to most of the models. And I'm doing great so far. And I was on Chino's podcast in Hot Water Show back on Monday. It went great so far. Things are going really well on my side. And Chino Bisconte's doing great so far. And things going really well on my side. The weather's really hot in Missouri right now. Where Anthony Rogers is at right now. It's really hot in California as right now as well. And it's really hot out inside Los Angeles. It's humid outside in Sydney, Nova Scotia. Weather is expected to turn cooler on Friday, where I'm at right now.
What's it like in Austin, Texas, where the band we're about to interview?
It's really, really hot right now in Austin, Texas. Wisconsin had a lot of flooding last week. They had so much flooding in the state of Wisconsin. It brought so much rain in Wisconsin.
Man, you know it, bro. That's crazy. So, like, what's the weather like next month? Are you finally getting out of this, like, hot stuff? Is it going to be good or what, yeah?
There'll be transition from summer to fall. Meteorological fall starts September 1st.
I can't wait.
In Northern Hemisphere, and meteorological spring starts in Australia on September 1st as well. Astronomical fall starts around here is September 22nd, and astronomical spring starts on September 22nd in Australia and New Zealand.
We also got a couple guys from Street Sects, awesome band. You guys want to check them out? Also, they're here too. You guys have any questions for Frankie about the weather? Like, wherever you guys are, where's your guys' first show?
Well, Frankie is absolutely correct about Austin, Texas. It's evil, brutal heat here.
I got a lot of fans over in Austin, Texas. Guess what? I was on a podcast called The Woody Show last Tuesday, based in Los Angeles.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Where's your first tour date at, guys?
Seattle.
Yeah, what's Seattle like, Frank? Like tomorrow. That's where they're playing.
And you got Chino Bisconte going to Alaska. It's going to bring hot outside in Seattle tomorrow, too. Then they got Chino Bisconte, the host of the Hot Water Show, former Compound Media. And he's going up to Alaska to do comedy shows on Friday and Saturday.
Nice. Seattle sounds great.
And Gino's doing the comedy shows on Friday and Saturday up in Alaska. Chino Bisconte, the host of the Hot Water Show, is going to Anchorage to do his comedy show on Saturday.
Nice. Wait, did we get the weather on Seattle, or was that just
it's going to continue to be really hot in Seattle, Washington. Then it got a lot of rain in Prince Rupert, British Columbia. Then it got heading towards Prince Rupert. Then Vancouver, British Columbia's going to get a lot of rain this Thursday and Friday coming up. Then it got thunderstorms heading for Montreal on Wednesday, August 13, 2025. It's going to bring a lot of rain and thunder, lightning in Montreal. Then the cold front's going to advance on Nova Scotia Thursday night and Friday morning. The cold front's going to go through Sydney, Nova Scotia Thursday evening and Friday morning.
Nice.
Motoring the Galaxy in the comments saying Nashville's humid too. I guess this whole summer thing's everywhere, man. Like
This whole summer thing's everywhere.
And did you hear about this? I'm also an author of book. Be prepared to Frank Down got a life, weather, and everything. Then you got the Frank Down Bible hits on National Bible Hall of Fame website.
Nice.
Dude, that's awesome.
On Amazon.com, you can search Frankie McDonald, find a copy of my book there.
Cool. Thank you, Frankie.
That's awesome, Frank. Well, thank you very much, man. You got any questions?
Listen to me. If you want to follow me on social media, my blue sky is at Frankie MacD. My X formerly Twitter is at Frankie MacD. And my link tree is Frankie McDonald. And my threads is at Frankie MacD94. And my Reddit is FrankDown94. My Facebook is Frankie McDonald. My Instagram is Frankie MacD94. My TikTok is FrankDown94. My Clapper is FrankDown94. My Twitch is FrankDown94. My Snapchat is Frankie AMCD1. My YouTube channel is Dogs Wolves. And my LinkedIn is Frank Down. Best luck to you. I'm Frank Down. You're listening to Anthony Rogers Show every Tuesday nights. I'll see you next Tuesday.
Well, thanks again, man.
Frankie, you killed it.
Yeah,
wow.
Make sure to follow him on Clapper. You know, I've never even heard of that. He's like he's on stuff I've never even heard of, bro. I need his agent.
Yeah, I've never even heard of half of this stuff.
He invented some new platforms.
Well, thank you guys for dealing with the amateur hour behind the scenes of all this brutal stuff. If you're waiting at home, sorry about this too. We tried to start at 8:30. We didn't try to make you wait tonight. I know it's a Tuesday night and you guys are at home and stuff. I know. I appreciate the couple hundred people watching this still. We're only on one thing right now. It's crazy, but no, Street Sects, Austin. Appreciate you guys taking the time to go backwards in your career to be here. You know.
Thank you for having us.
You having us. Yeah, thank you.
This is our first live chat, so this is a step forward for us.
Okay.
In our we'll put air quotes around career.
Yeah. It's a self-deprecating off. Yeah. So we gotta, it's like, no, I'm worse. No, I'm joking. I'm just fucking. But no. So your guys sounds really interesting. Like from what I was going through and stuff and skimming through on Apple Music and stuff. Like you'd say it's like a digital punk thing. Like is that what you'd say more? If you were to put this in a genre, which is kind of dumb too, but what would you call it that? I guess.
Actually, for a long time, we did call it sample-driven punk, and I think when you use hyphenated genres like that, people just raise an eyebrow. Mostly, people didn't know what we were talking about.
It sounds cool though, right? Like
people tend to just throw us under the industrial umbrella, but we try to, make it a little bit more experimental and kind of branch out. Yeah. But digital punk is about as apt as you can get, I think.
That's what it seemed like to me. I liked it. No, it was a cool vibe. I was jamming out to that. For the she told me I had no idea what band I was talking to. I knew I was talking to a band. And then that's why it's a mystery episode for people at home. Because and then Nikki booked this, and like she told me it's 6:00, and I just started tearing through the music and stuff, and I'm like, man, it's pretty dope, honestly, dude. Like, it's just like
why did we commit to this? Holy shit!
I'm not the. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't bring it up. I'd just be nice to and let you promote your stuff. I'm saying personally, I thought it was cool. It was a cool thing. I like LCD sound system, but it's like that with balls. In that regard or something. And I kind of like
it. LCD sound system with balls.
Nice. Well,
that's kind of what it sounded like to me. I mean,
that's great. I like that.
Yeah, I love that style of music and stuff too. It's cool, man. So, you guys just heading off on a huge tour, basically.
I mean, we're getting packed up today. Yeah, we're hitting the road tomorrow in the afternoon. So this is the last evening. We've spent most of the day today getting a rental van and getting stuff together from this amazing trip to Walmart where we rounded up everything, hundreds of dollars towards bins for shirts or whatever we could afford. Nice. And yeah, we'll have it set up by tonight.
That's awesome. So how many cities you guys hitting?
It's a little over a month, so I imagine somewhere between 25 and 30. Counting days off and stuff. I don't know the exact number, but
that's a damn good month. You guys are busy. That's a lot of shows in a month. What? A show a day, basically.
It's a lot of driving.
Yeah, it's our first tour in a few years too. So it's
wow, that's awesome.
Congrats. That's awesome. That's you. That's
shake the rest off.
Yeah. That's impressive. So what?
How long ago did you guys form your form your band?
We formed it in 2013. Leo and I have been playing music since roughly 2003-ish for different music altogether, but we started Street Sects in 2013 in Austin.
Yeah. Yeah, I was reading an article that was talking kind of about how you guys, I don't know which one of you guys were struggling with addiction, but I could definitely relate to that.
Both of us. All of us, everyone. We're all addicted.
And meth addicts. So I was reading that. I'm like, wow, I could totally relate. Sometimes you need to take a couple years off to like recalibrate your life and be like, okay, what the fuck am I doing? Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah. Retrain yourself to be a normal fucking human being after being like in the depths of addiction. Like, so what was that like for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I was, an alcoholic for, 15 years, pretty much the entirety of my 20s. And then I got sober for the first time when I was 31. And when I got out of rehab that first time, that's when Shaun and I started Street Sects. And it was kind of like the whole band was kind of, meant to be, like, the analogy is kind of like a musical methadone. Like I wasn't addicted to dope. For me, it was alcohol.
Methadone. That's the name of it.
Yeah, for me, it was alcohol and crack. Like, like we wanted something to, at least I wanted something that was kind of like recreate that like nonstop kind of adrenaline rush that you get addicted to when you're out there using, because that's its own addiction. That feeling like, like the anxiety and the run and the go. And then when you go get clean and then you come out of rehab and everything slows down, your brain doesn't slow down. So that was kind of like, what we kind of wanted to do with the project in the beginning is find a non-chemical way to kind of recreate that,
That's really cool. Hell yeah.
And we tried to keep that energy with the live show with fog and strobes. We did the first couple years of touring DIY stuff, self-booked, and played people's basements and things like that. So we really controlled the environment. We'd bring out our own PA system and find circuit breakers that wouldn't trip everything, although it still happened anyway, and just assaulted the eyes and ears with fog and strobes and this music so that you were completely immersed and alone and had to enter into your anxiety, as opposed to a regular concert where you're on the other side. You got that safe barrier between you and the performer, but just totally enmesh that. Kind of had a tripping out vibe to it.
Awesome.
Back then.
Oh,
yeah.
That's really cool. Oh yeah.
I smoke a lot of weed, but like I used to get way more fucked up. I think like weed and tequila to me is like me not getting fucked up. It's like that's like my sober. Like I feel like I respect somebody that can't drink is what I'm saying. I respect people that cannot do that. I feel like I'm like I guess I'm like Missouri sober. It's like we're still drunk and stoned all the time.
Well,
I've never heard of that. That's the first.
Well, I made it up. I made it up tonight, right here on the spot for you guys. Just made it up in honor of Street Sects. Going on a 25 to 30. We give you Missouri sober, No, but no, it's I respect that. I respect the sober person more than the fucking person who gets intoxicated on anything. Like I can't. If you could do nothing in this life and be sane, I'm like you need a Nobel Peace Prize. Like it's just like I think there's so many things. Like I'm like I'm eating like Zins and I'm smoking cigars and I'm like which is like subtle for me. I mean, I feel like that, you guys, as artists, you guys are probably the same way. Just indulgent people, no matter what type. Are you guys like that too?
Yeah, like it's the same thing. Like quitting the drugs and alcohol. It's like something immediately pops up.
Oh yeah.
Food or or one thing or another. It's like moderation doesn't really exist.
It's hard. No, I respect people that can do that. It's definitely a hard thing. And like, man,
it's always the sugar first. That's the next step. That's why at AA meetings you'll see it all. Stacks of cakes and cookies and black coffee going and all of that.
Yeah.
Everyone's smoking cigarettes. Weed doesn't make you paranoid.
Oh no, it does. I like being scared. It's like sober, I'm like an overconfident bully, Like stoned, I'm like, am I gonna fucking die right now? And I kind of like the being scared thing,
It is fun. Every Halloween, Leo would make me go to this setup here called House of Torment. Have you heard of this?
Yeah,
it's like a haunted walkthrough, and they usually do it in like 2 or 3 installments with different themes. They have actors come out. It's got music that kind of sounds like ours, but maybe also other types of industrial, like Skinny Puppy, or if you know that stuff. and we would go and completely just to get terrified. One year we went, and we must have been the oldest ones there in line. It was super fun. We're in line. There's all these kids. They have a clown on stilts or whatever walking around the parking lot pretending to smash people with like a rubber hammer. And Leo's in front of me, right? And they open the doors. They got a little bit of fog coming out, and you can hear the music. And as I walk in, an actor jumps out in costume, scares the shit out of Leo. He throws his head back and hits me in the bridge of the nose as we're in the doorway. And I was like, oh fuck! And the guy broke character, and he's like, are you okay?
I've never seen character breaking. That's crazy.
Yeah, he told because I thought he broke my nose.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that was. I'm sorry.
I just sort of felt it out when we walked through it, and it was totally terrifying. That whole thing. So I like that, but the weed, like once you smoke, you gotta wait. When you get scared, you have to wait it out. That's the scary part. Is like, oh, I'm terrified and I'm hiding in some bathroom. And I can't leave.
Self-imposed anxiety attack.
Yeah,
dude, driving's the worst because you're just like you're like I'm in some hillbilly town and like somewhere, and I'm like, and then I'm like, oh man, if they pull me over, they're gonna really hate me smelling like weed. You know what I mean? And like so I've heard, in books and stuff that they shouldn't do that. But no, I think like that's like I like the paranoia aspect of you eat too many edibles too. I go with that. Like. And like I'm like I don't know what it is. I like think I'm having a heart attack and still take more. I'm gonna fucking die. This is like bad for my blood. What the fuck's going on? My mind's just like narrating like Hunter Thompson voice. Like, I actually scared of everything around me. Do what?
I like that on meth. I would be like, I think I'm gonna die, or I'm like, the government is bugged my house and they're listening to every conversation.
Peeking through the blinds, and you see people like setting up, across the street and everything. Yeah.
I'm like, why is that guy looking in my window? Does he know that I'm high? Does he know that I know that he knows that I know?
That feeling of they know is so universal. It really is. Like there's always that, like they know.
And when the truth is that they don't care either way.
They do know, and they don't care.
They do know, and they don't care.
Hey, Shaun, how old are you? You about my age? Are you about the same? How old are you?
I turned 41 this year.
Yeah, what's your secret to having hair past 35? What's are you like the only person ever to do that, or like what's up with that?
It's a deep meditation retreat and holistic eating, and
you could buy his book for $39.99 on how to have hair past 35.
Yeah, deep prayer to Eckhart Tolle. Yeah, I have to go back and watch the Oprah episode for that. But you know what I'm talking about. Power of Now.
I just hatfish everybody. That's what I do. I just I pretend to have hair under a hat.
That's the first time I've heard that. That's good.
Cool hat collection. Like that's dope. Like
That's good, man. No, I always tell my friends that have hair still. They'll try to make fun of me for being bald. I'm like, well, that's what happens to a man as they age. They go bald. High testosterone. So I just like fuck with them back. I like bully people with hair now. Like when I was a kid, I used to make fun of bald people. And I'm like, well, I'm like 16. I'm like, you're bald. What? Now I'm like, you have hair. Like, how the world changes, man. But anyway, let's get back to your band stuff. So what kind of what pushes you guys to drive like 30 cities? Like that's some kind of force inside of somebody. Like what do you think? What do you think like creates that? Like I'm gonna drive 30 cities and make you know my name type vibe.
My first thought is necessity.
Yeah,
it's a job, man. It's a job.
Yeah, we got these 2 new records coming out at the end of this week, and we got to get out there and we support them. I mean, you spend 2 to 3 years working on a piece of art, and we love playing live, but even if we didn't, it's like you've got to get out there and put the work in to get it in front of people.
Do you guys still get that nervousness thing like right before you get on? Like right before? Do you get that?
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, okay. Absolutely. Yeah.
I don't know if that'll ever go away. There are occasions when we don't play. Like for instance, this is our first tour, and that Seattle show, that first show, will be the first show we've played since 2022 when we went on tour with Health.
Where are you playing in Seattle?
Ooh. Do not know off the top of my head.
No, artists never know, dude. It's fine. They never know.
But occasionally, if we take these long breaks, I get into this like Brian Wilson mode. He was a genius. I'm not. But
I love Brian Wilson.
By that I mean he is like, hey, can you? I'll write the music, and y'all get a stand-in, and he'll go out there and sing my parts. So I start to feel that way sometimes. I'm like, well, recording is fine, right? I can just stay in and get everything done. But
just in my club, yeah.
Well, once we're out there, you realize what an essential component it is to experiencing other people, especially, you know, in the age of like having to promote yourself and do all the social media stuff. It is exciting at first, hitting that click and seeing some likes and comments and things, but it's not the same as seeing people. And you do comedy, so you must know, you know, getting that immediate. If you only did live stream comedy and you never hit a club, that it's something comparable to that. Like you just.
Yeah, you want that energy for sure, man. Yeah, no, my job's a lot easier. I just have to mumble for 30 minutes. I don't have to be talented or anything. You guys have to like how much time goes into playing an instrument and then like writing a song and then recording an album versus like a guy just goes, she's fat. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? It's not even. It's like I respect. Like, if I was talented, I'd be a rock star like you guys, man. Like I think like comedy's a fun thing, but I think being a rock star is probably cooler. You know, in my opinion.
I feel like Seinfeld was like a scientist or something, though. He didn't wing it. He was jotting this stuff down at all times, right?
Yeah, some people try. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. It's a different skill.
I couldn't do comedy if I had to get up there with just a microphone and entertain people. Like there's just no way in hell.
Honestly, it's almost more like you're almost more vulnerable doing comedy because
there's no safety net.
I feel like at least with music, like you can kind of like, you know, you're playing your instrument. It's not just you standing up there like.
Exactly. You got other people up there with you. You know, you got lights, you got theatrics.
Right.
There's you got some stuff you can kind of hide behind. You know?
Have you ever seen the dichotomy of like a Prince interview and then Prince on stage? So it's like a Prince interview, especially if it was like in public and unaware. He was very awkward, really awkward. And then you see him on stage, and he's got 9-inch heels, and he's doing splits. He's got his guitar up in the air. It's incredible. And that is probably a bit of the having a job and that music to push him through energetically.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's different once it's on. You know, it's like you'll be like that behind the scenes. Like I don't think I get nervous until right before. I used to get nervous the whole time. It's like I didn't know what I was doing or something. Like you always have that weird thing like right before. You're just like, and then if it depends on with a band. I imagine the same with comedy too. If you guys have like guys going before you and stuff like that too, you're like I want to be doing that. I want to be doing that. What the fuck are they doing? I want to be doing that. You know, it's like that's how I feel. Is it like that with you guys too? Like you're already amped. You just want to go up there. Like what's your vibe like?
Yeah, I think that's like when you're on a full bill with other bands and there's people ahead of you, you know, like because you have that even if you're not nervous, there's that kind of performance anxiety where you're kind of like you're ready for it and you can't really relax until you get out there and do it. Yeah. So it's like so you just, you know, you're ready to just get up there and get it done, you know, like and not like get it over with, but like you want to, you know, do the thing that you've planned your entire day around, you know. And,
you guys gonna be there for sound checks and stuff too. That's got to be crazy too. Like I don't know. I'll just be outside smoking weed the whole time. If I even like I can show up like 30 minutes before. I can show up on time. It doesn't matter. But I think like bands got to be like my buddy's band. Like I assume all bands are like this. Like my buddy's band's there. He's there at like noon for a sound check or something, and just has all the stuff there. And he's like, and I'm like, I don't know how people do that. That's a lot of stuff. You got to carry all that equipment and stuff, except for the singer. The singer probably doesn't carry that much stuff, right? But like any band I know, the singer's just sitting back like watching everyone else carry stuff, and the drummer's like carrying this giant fucking drum set, and then has to just assemble at the end. Like when I watch that, I'm like, man, I don't want to be a musician. But when I see everything else I do, you know, it's such a just dope job in America. It's like peak America, you know, like the rock star is like a peak American thing. I think. Like I don't think it could have like thrived anywhere else as well. I mean, it did in the UK and stuff. But I'm saying like there's no like time before this where like you're just like basically rewarded for being talented and interesting, you know, and I think that's what art is, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely a privilege to be able to do it at all, to know that we actually like, even if it's difficult and it's like we're kind of running on a shoestring budget and barely getting by every time, the fact that we can do it at all and still come home and then, you know, go out and do it again, you know, the next year or later in the year I'm grateful that we can do it at all.
What do you guys travel in?
We rented we usually do like a Sprinter van, like a 15-passenger or something.
Yeah.
Like an Airbnb after? What you guys just drive there in Airbnb or what?
You know what, we got into a habit of doing that. One, to save money, and two, the drives are so long. After the show, we load out, organize it, and then get started on the drive. Usually it'll be me for the night driving, and I'll just push until I get tired, and we'll find a truck stop and pull in there, and we got everything kind of lined up so you can get some decent sleep or whatever. But we'll get close to the next venue so that we are pretty much there and can take it easy, like get coffee and get in there. Yeah. And we've toured with a couple of bigger acts where they have a tour bus, and so they get the luxury of getting up on the bus and they have a driver going all night, so they don't think about that. And if we crashed in that city that night, the next day would be such a long drive, followed by load in, etc. And sometimes
we'd be late every day.
And to speak earlier about sound check, it's like sometimes they're early, like weirdly early. It'll be like, what? 2-3 p.m. like hours before the show. They want you to set everything up. The good part is that everything's set up and on stage, but then the awkward part is between that and when you play it, you might have like 4 or 5 hours, and then it's like, okay, what are we doing now? Maybe we're gonna sleep some more, or find a movie to watch or something. Like there's just an odd gap, or see the city. Sometimes you can schedule something. Leo and I have done a bunch of tours and gone to like old prison sites and all kinds of stuff.
We went to the Yuma County Prison. That was pretty cool. And then we did Alcatraz on tour.
Alcatraz, and before Canada, one time we went to Niagara Falls, and that day before, it was around October, right? So we went to one of those other Halloween places, and we saw
somewhere up in the tri-state area. I
think we saw some ridiculous Tom Cruise movie, American Made or something, and then it was a whole day of just like sightseeing because there was a day off and we were that close to the next venue.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But also we'd sleep in the van because we hear like, it seems like every other month we hear another horror story about a band getting robbed on the road. Like their van gets burned. They park their van and then they go sleep at a friend's house, and then they get up to go drive the next day and all their shit's gone. Thousands and thousands. And that happens a lot. So it's like, if you're sleeping in the van, even if somebody breaks in, 9 out of 10 times, if they see somebody's in there, they're just gonna run off. I mean, I don't think most of these people are not gonna, go that extra step and like, kill you to steal your stuff. They want an easy smash and grab. So
yeah, totally.
No, that happens a lot. Especially that happens a lot in St. Louis. So like, there used to be this club called Fubar that we do always make fun of because like every band that play there just ends up robbed, and like I mean you feel bad, but at the time it becomes comedic after like the 7th time. You're just like, that's crazy. Like I can't believe this place even has shows. And they're not in business, or I wouldn't have said their name like out loud. But it was just crazy. Like I see that a lot too. And my buddy's band got robbed too. It's like, I don't know, it's crazy. And like dude. The van's probably the best thing though, honestly, because like for a couple dudes and stuff, because like I have a school bus that turned into a bus, but like you got to pay for diesel fuel, bro. So like if your Seattle show would cost me $1,000 to get to, basically, just in diesel fuel about, so it's not economic unless you're doing 3 shows a day or something, and you're getting paid to like some like weird sponsorship deal you made there too or something. Otherwise, it doesn't make, like I use my Jeep Renegade. It's like $140 to Florida from here, or whatever,
Yeah.
So like your van's probably your best call. You can store equipment and it's got decent rooms still. I mean, and it's economic, bro. That way you're not spending like a bus is kind of dumb unless you're like, I don't know. I'll see Metallica have 10 of them. I'm like, dude, you guys could like, how do you have 10 buses? It just doesn't make sense to me. It's like, I don't understand that, and it's not economical. I'd rather have the money, bro. I'd rather have the money from 9 buses or whatever,
Well, that's at a point where you're so deep in the money, your sense of reality is skewed. You're out there in outer space.
That's fair.
I've seen we've known a few bands that tour, and there's that issue of the cost. Like, are they going to make enough on the tour? And then there's also the bathroom situation. Did you know that there's no number 2 on that bus?
Yeah, you can't. You
got all those people up in the bus, and anybody has a bad meal, which is a lot of people across the country. You're eating late, and you're like, pull over.
That's where we have one up on them because, we can shit in the van, we shit in the van all the time.
You have to if you're trying to make those deadlines, though. You can't stop for 5 seconds.
The rumor is true.
That's funny. Yeah, because on the road, it's like there's not really like healthy food options. It's like
no, we make a point to try though. We hit up grocery stores.
Yeah, we oftentimes we'll park in a Walmart parking lot, like Shaun said, and then you wake up and you can go and they got the grocery section. You can at least get some cold cuts or some fruit or whatever,
Yeah.
We try, because when you're out there that long, and if you're hitting fast food and stuff, not to make this about diet or sound high-ended here, but it's like
it's true though when you're traveling.
You'll get as soon as if you've ever been sick on tour, it is the worst the worst thing. Like you're just
you're losing money and not home.
Well, you never cancel the gig. You go on with it, but then you're dragging your body around. I had like flu-like symptoms on one tour, and it lasted for weirdly about a week, and then just disappeared. But it was all the symptoms you can imagine, and then having to get up there and do our show, which is again intense with the fog and strobes and stuff, and I'm just sweating from illness.
Oh my God.
So, and that wasn't, I don't know why I'm not connecting that with the food. That's not because of bad food or anything, but I can only imagine like if you weren't taking care of yourself and then that as well.
Yeah. Well, you're sick longer because you keep working too. So it's like, you're just sick for like way longer too. It's like, yeah, it's crazy, man.
Maybe we're just not rock and roll enough though. Cause I see other bands just doing shots on stage and all this stuff. And I'm like, well, they're surviving.
Yeah,
Can't imagine it though.
That's crazy.
I couldn't imagine doing comedy sober. I would just be like, this is dumb. Like I'm like, people pay you to talk. This is stupid. And I just like fucking leave. You know, it's like, I literally just, I feel like that. I don't know when I didn't smoke that much weed today. Usually I smoke way more. I just find that everyone's dumb, and I hate that. I like really hate that. I mean, and I don't mean that in like in a mean way. I just mean that like I wish they were smarter. You mean I like when I'm talking to people, I'm just like, man, you like talk to people, you're like, okay, like they talk slow, and you're like waiting forever for like a thing. You're like, and I'm like, all right, we'll get to it. Even the guys ask me for like money outside. Like I'm like, can you ask me faster? It's like fucking like can I have a see here? The thing is, like, you know, I got this thing and I got this sad story and it's really long and my name and it's really long to say too. And then like, anyway, can I have $1? I'm like, holy fuck, man! Like you could have made $6 in that time frame just at a job. You sat there talking to your boss, dude. It's like fucking crazy. It's like I don't know, man. And everybody's so fucking slow. It's like crazy to me.
That's so funny. There's a famous George Carlin bit about that where everybody's
just slow.
Everybody's slow, and he's imitating somebody who comes up and is telling him a story, and as the story is progressing, it gets dumber and dumber to where he's talking about a dinosaur turd. And he's like, and then I had the most beautiful dinosaur turd, and blah blah blah, and then at the end of it, George Carlin just starts screaming, "Shut the fuck up!"
You want to so bad. No, you want to so bad, dude. Like I'll do that and then apologize sometimes. I'll just like some dude just be like outside a Quick Trip, ask me for shit or something, like sit on a trash can. He's like, can I? I'm like, shut the fuck up. And I go inside and then I come back out and I go, you know what? I shouldn't talk to people like that. Here's like $20. Sorry about that. I'm like, I feel like guilty after I do it. He's like, you want to be like, then you like think about him as a person and a living thing, and you're like, what a fucking shitty thing to do to somebody. And like, it's just, I don't know. Like at first, my instinct is always shut the fuck up. Like every time, it's just like
I've done that before. I apologized to someone once who hit my car. And not immediately, and it sounded insane. I totally flipped out. I was doing Uber at the time. This is years ago, and I was living. We were doing the band, living paycheck to paycheck, and I couldn't risk even like an accident. And I got in this accident. Of course, living totally stupid, right? This person backs into me, and everything was going to be covered. But in the moment, I had a complete meltdown, and I freaked out there's like 5 people in this SUV, and I was like screaming and all this stuff. And then later, I collected myself and left a voicemail. I'm like, hey, I'm not, this is the person. I'm so sorry that I spoke with you that way. I really blah blah, and I didn't receive a call back. They probably were like, this person's completely deranged.
Yeah. Well, think about how bad our ancestors were, bro. You used to be able to get away with more stuff. I mean, like we probably just my ancestors probably just beat the fuck out of people and hand them a napkin afterwards. It's like today we're just like, I'm sorry for being aggressive when you were retarded, And it's just not, and like you just can't tell the people that they're dumb all the time and they're smart at something. They're probably good at something. I just haven't clicked on it yet. That's why I feel like I'm like, okay, you probably know sports stats or something. I don't know, but it's just like it's just like I just gotta. I was getting this zone where I'm just like, everyone just like talks slow and I can tell where they got their opinion from. Like I'll like hear someone say something and I'm like, yeah, I heard that too on like the same show you just like probably regurgitated that from. It's just like this weird thing. I don't know. Like I know what book they read off of something they say. I'm like, oh, that was in this like Michael Moore book that I read in like when I was like 16. That's weird that you still say that. It was like I just feel like this like I don't know. It's like this. Everyone's just programmed and repeating things. They're afraid to be themselves. So they have like these like weird characters. They say things that are acceptable to everybody else. That doesn't give them a real response. Like a little bit of cubicle talk. Like and the other person is so self-involved. They're not even giving them real accurate criticism. So that's how I feel. Like most people aren't criticized or anything. So they're always just like allowed to be dumb.
Yeah, it sounds almost like AI, like just like learning the behaviors of real people and then imitating it,
Yeah,
that's what it seems like. Yeah, and it's just like I don't know. It's like
person.
Yeah, and it's like I know I'm an idiot. Like I'm not like saying I'm smarter than people I'm calling idiots. You know, I'm like an idiot. Also, I think you have to know that. I think that's important too, to know that we're all dumb. I mean, no offense to you guys, but we're all dumb. I mean, we're not. I mean, we're not that. We can't be that smart. We're on the. I mean, like, what are we doing that's that smart? We didn't cure cancer. I mean, we're cool, but we're not like smart. You know, are we? I mean, maybe you guys are. I'm not.
No.
We're just waiting on the.
You know, it's like that's the worst part. It's like
just waiting on the next.
Like what?
We're just waiting on the next Zuckerberg development, right? He's got the AI glasses, and he's saying, I saw a statement that everyone is going to feel left behind if they're using phones at that point. Everyone's going to want these glasses.
You're going to need the mark of the beast, bro. You're going to need to get that. You get it right here on your forehead, and then you get anything you want, and like... You know, it's pushing that. It's weird. I don't know. You know, Zuckerberg's weird too. It's like we have this weird like thing that you think you have to be autistic to be a genius or something, or like you have to be socially awkward rather, which is a trait of that. I think you have to. People think that the most socially awkward dude is just smart. It's like how you just assume the quiet guy's smart because he hasn't said anything dumb yet. You know what I mean? It's like the same thing. It's like that's how Silicon Valley is based on that. It's like based on this false stance of intelligence, and it's like really weird. It's like people at Google think they're smart because they Google more things than other people or use AI for. I mean, because they have a computer. It's just like a really weird thing. It's like I feel like Mark Zuckerberg created this because everyone just put him in a trash can. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, but I'm online. Look how many followers I have. Look how many followers I have, though. You can't, you know, it's like this weird thing. You know, it's like this weird like stand. Like, I don't know. I feel like we're in a synthetic reality, all just pretending. You know,
Mark Zuckerberg is a fucking alien, dude.
He's probably a Fed, really. He's probably CIA, really.
He looks like an alien wearing a skin suit.
I'm loving that new look though, with the broccoli haircut and the little chain.
Bro, Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, he's broed out now.
It's so funny, and he doesn't do himself any favors by sounding like AI already. He was like pre-AI. Yeah.
Dude, the balls on that guy.
He just does. I don't.
Dude, that guy deleted like millions of accounts, uncensored everybody, and the balls on that guy to come on Rogan afterwards. He's like, sorry for suppressing all your speech in a public square. Anyway, now I have a necklace. Dude, it's just like crazy to me. I'm like, dude, it's like when I watch like Jeff Bezos like fly to space with like all of our local economies and like, well, would typically go to the independent business in our town or the general store within a town. He like mass produced the general store, so now it all goes to him. He's like, I'm gonna go to space today while you starve because there's no more jobs and all the factories went to China. You know, it's just like a weird thing to me. It's just like a weird thing to
Jeff
like.
Bezos, yeah, it's like, hey, I'm gonna send him a bunch of fucking. That was
pop stars.
The most hard ass shit I ever saw. Like, okay, Katy
Perry's my favorite astronaut, you know. She's like her and Buzz Aldrin, top two. Buzz Aldrin,
like, wow, so what happened to like all the money we were donating for like helping the homeless and like we're gonna use that for this. We're gonna use this money like it's crazy like what what billionaires think makes sense to spend money on when
he's rewarded for selling slave-made things and ruining local economies. Like he's like rewarded for it fiscally, and it's like crazy. People think that the biggest rip-off artist is a genius. It's weird. Like if you have like money, you're just immediately seen as a genius. That's weird too, right? You're like, well, you're like Elon Musk, the richest guy in the world. He's probably really smart. I'm like, what? I'm just like, what? Like not specifically him, but everybody across the board, you know?
Yeah, not to get at all political, please, but I think that's what the Trump sell was. This guy was in business. He's made all this money. He's got the answers, that sort of thing.
He's like, he said business 6 times, so he's a businessman. He said, you know, he's basically Bowser as a stand-up comedian, you know. But I mean, at least he has a pulse. That last guy, man. But I don't know. I'm not a fan of anybody ever, you know. It's like, and I feel like these politicians just lie to us and do the same things. Like, you know, it's like Biden seemed like a Chuck E. Cheese doll, and then fucking like you just like animatronic, and then Trump's just like a fat guy says dumb shit and probably faked an assassination attempt for empathy. It was just like I watched this and it's like I don't know, I hate it all, man. I hate everything. I hate the TV show. I wish it'd change. I wish we had a cool president or a cat or no president. Like you know, it's like can we just do no president for a while?
Hey, if there's enough revolt, it could be on the way.
And this is the thing. We keep falling for these psyops instead of like trying to form against the government, guys. We're fucking up. Like,
what do you guys hate? What do you guys hate more than anything? Like, you guys are artists. You guys hate stuff. I can tell. What do you just not like the most? Like, what do you guys think?
I the thing I hate the most is being broke. That would probably
fuck that. Fuck that. That's real. Fuck being broke. I hate that shit too. What about you, Shaun? What do you hate? You seem like You guys are artists. You have to hate at most things, right? To be an artist, you always have to hate most things to create your own thing, right? I mean, you can't be happy with how things are while you create your own thing. I assume. I could be wrong. I don't know.
I'm totally not going to give you the answer you want. I feel like I spend most days not hating on things. I mean, there's like little irritations, but I spend most days thinking like, how can I do something effective? You know, like usually it's our music. I'll be like, how can I suck here. It's a very negative dialogue with myself. Be like, I'm trash here. I haven't learned enough on this. I need to improve my mixing skills or whatever it is. It's almost always music related. So I don't spend a lot of time hating. And when I find myself,
I like that. That's good.
Not brake checking, but doing the thing where I just let off the accelerator, irritating the person behind, letting them know, you know, then I'm like, oh, there's something wrong with me today. You know, there's the classic brake check, right, where you're like letting them know, but there's also just another move where you can just let your foot off the gas and you're just slowing down as they're going.
So wait, you guys are sober and you don't hate anything? That's like crazy to me. I'd say I'm impressed actually. You're like a circus bear to me. I'm like, so this guy doesn't get intoxicated, creates art, and doesn't get mad. That's crazy to me. I just like I just feel like
he gets mad.
Well, I mean,
all right, there we go. Okay, it's coming out now. It's coming out now.
We started our day off today with like a good 45-minute yelling match at each other. You know, just those.
You're artists, yeah. You don't fight all the time, right?
You know, stress and anger. You know, so there's definitely plenty of anger. You know,
how could you not? You're artists. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to hate everything and make it better. You're supposed to like. You should be like, have you seen outside? Have you guys seen outside? Like, holy fuck, you want to fix it all the time, right? Like,
I feel like you were talking about like, what do you hate out there, external? Like, throw a dart at something. What we argued about today was our last minute stuff on the tour related things. Like, we don't want to be fighting, but there's a lot on the line. Once you're this close to a tour and you start looking at the logistics and you're like, okay, people have bought tickets, people are counting on you, and you haven't done all these things to check off the list. It's not very rocket. It's not very. I'm sure Ozzy didn't worry about that, but we're at the level where we have to make sure that we have a tour checklist, and on top of that, feeling like we didn't rehearse enough or something, the stress is high. So we totally had a screaming match earlier today.
You should be passionate about things. Like, that's what passionate people do. You know, I mean, just because you don't like something doesn't mean you don't love as effectively as you discredit or hate. You know, it's just passion.
That's true.
Have you ever?
I think it's just art. Like, I'll probably be asked like I walk 4 blocks after this. I'll probably be annoyed by so many fucking people on the way back. It's like I'm already thinking about it. You know, I'm like already like trying to think about how to dodge questions and like you know what I mean? Like, do you have any money? I'm like, yeah, I have money. Like, can I have some? I'm like, no. Obviously not. He's like, what is the trade here? You know, I have to like negotiate with people and be honest at the same time. You know, it's like, look, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go sit in my fucking roof hot tub. I'm gonna go sit in a fucking roof hot tub with this. Of course I am. Like, can I have something? Like, what can I give you? Like, what can I? You know, it's a weird thing. I want to help these people, but I can't. You can't help people. You can't help anybody but yourself. Really, I feel like you could treat the symptom.
It's true. I agree with that.
Okay, I feed you for free, right? What's your plan for breakfast? You know, what's your plan for fucking the next day? It's like, man, you got to really realize that nobody cares. And that's why you're in that situation. You got to fucking like build yourself. I mean, I got to be a millionaire before I can help everybody. You know, it's like, if I'm not a millionaire, who am I helping? I can't buy my family or friends' houses when they need. I can't do, you know, there's so many things. Like, if I was a millionaire, I'd just buy the guy. I'd be like Oprah, man. I'd be like, look under your chair, you know? I'd fucking these homeless guys and shit, you know? But it's like, I feel like and it pisses me off because my heart is like, I want to save them, but I can't. And I'm just like, you know, so it's like a conflict of like, I don't know why I'm focused on this because I moved to a place where there's a lot of homeless people. I didn't have that in my hometown, and I see these people. And I want to help them.
Yeah.
But I also just want to like yell at them like a dad. I just want to be like, dad. So I'm like, get the fuck up, go to work, do what are you doing, man? Go fucking. Yeah. I mean, I'm like, this guy was like sleeping on the sidewalk in like 100 degree weather, some crazy shit. He looked like a fucking like a practicing corpse or something. And I walk up to him and I'm like, I wake him up and he thinks I'm gonna yell at him. I'm like, dude, here, take $20, get some fucking water. Get out of here. I don't want to see you here. Just go drink some fucking water. Go give them money for water. Do something. Buy food. I don't care. Just get the fuck off the sidewalk. You know what I mean? It's like fucking annoying. It's like, and they'll be like, I don't know how to help these guys. And they just like don't get it. They don't get like, they're like, do you have change? I'm like, is this fucking 1996? Like, the world's digital, you fucking idiot. Like, what the fuck? Do you just ask me for change? You're like, it's like, do you have a VCR? You got to fucking, it's like, to me, it's like, okay, work on your pitch. Ask me for $20, you know? Ask me for fucking $20. That's how I feel, you know? It's like, I want to coach them. And just like, ask for cigarettes inside the bar, not outside the bar. Like, I mean, if you're outside the bar, they're not gonna give you cigarettes. You're inside. You know what I mean? I just want to coach them on how to be better. You know, it's like, I'm like, it pisses me off.
It's intense. The homeless situation is intense here in Austin as well.
Fucking sad, right?
There's, I mean, the challenge here is there's a lot of mental illness. So Leo and I have both had jobs as security guards, and I had a spot that I was in at one time that was connected to a homeless shelter, and and a lot of people would line up out there for food and clothing and all kinds of things. And there was this one day, there was this lady in one of the stairwells that I was going through, middle of the day, and I didn't see her. I heard her singing "Sweet Dreams," and when I finally caught up to her, I was like, "Oh, I have to find this person." She started, talking with me. She was very, very nice. And then I saw this same person maybe 15 minutes later. She had found a ladder somewhere, like across the street. There's a lot of construction in Austin. She had found it and was threatening to hit another homeless person with this ladder, like dragging it across the street, screaming. She was so nice to me in this stairwell. And then 10 minutes later, I was like, oh, wow, it's just like a flip like that. And you don't really know what's happening internally. So in some instances, I don't know that logic and reason are being applied to a situation, like being able to get outside of their situation. There's some instances where you're speaking to like the money and everything, and there are times I've had the same thought. Well, I work for this dollar, and why aren't you doing the same? And then I see that happen where somebody is totally having a mental breakdown and freaking out, and I go, I don't know how you can walk into a place and apply or even take a shower.
And that's real. Well, mental health problems. Yeah.
If you have no place to live, if you have nowhere to shower, if you have no clothes, like, who's actually going to hire you? If you can't actually, if you can't even maintain your self-composure long enough to do a shift at a regular job, how are you even going to hold a job?
I've seen some people
schizophrenic and you're hallucinating.
Yeah, I mean, these people they're thinking in terms of like the next hour. They're not thinking in terms of like next week or tomorrow.
Definitely. No, it's so fucked up. I want to do something about it. I sound like an angry asshole. I just want to do something about it. It just like sucks. I'm just like, this guy's suffering while I'm in a hot tub. It's like, it pisses me off. It's like, it's like, and I don't mean that in an asshole way. I just mean that like, I fucking work hard and I'm fucking self-isolating. This guy in the comments hates me real fast. Let me see this really. He's like, this fucking idiot Anthony Rogers shared a post and they say they can't trust the bot. This guy's mad about a meme. And
was it the guy that was mad at you earlier?
It's a different guy. Same meme though. When you post about God, it like gets all these people pissed. It's hilarious. And like I
don't see a chat. I see Couch Guy 9:19 p.m. and then Couch Guy leaving 9:38 p.m.
Oh, it's like on the bottom of the screen.
It's on the bottom of the display screen.
Message.
He's like,
I think I'm in that luxury private chat. That's what I am.
I just want to let him know that I agree. I am a fucking idiot. Thank you for letting me know that. I already knew that actually, but had you been watching the show 30 minutes ago, you'd heard me already call myself a fucking idiot. And you realize that's crazy. No, you bring up God and all this like darkness comes at you. It's funny. I don't necessarily care about anybody's opinion on religion, but I'm just saying like I'll bring up something about God and all these like people they get like all mad and stuff, and it's just like it's like amusing really because like they're just I don't know. It's just
it triggers a lot of things because it taps on their mortality. Nobody wants to die, so they've had feelings about God and how they can persevere, and then you don't have the same thought about what that is, and then suddenly it's like there's so much anger.
Yeah. It sounds like they're not on edibles all the time. It's like when you're on edibles all the time, you know you're gonna die all the time. You like wake up, you're like I fucking die one day. I'm gonna do great shit. You gotta think about that all the time.
Like my personal beliefs is that we're eternal. That we're eternal beings. That energy never dies. That we're reincarnated, and that this is all a figment of our imagination. You know what I mean? So I don't think death is even a real thing.
I think it's worse when you just assume that we're four people, right? We all have drastically different opinions, I'd imagine, and we all have, but to not get along is crazy. It's like you can disagree with anything that everyone. I disagree with everything all the time, and I still talk to people like they're people most of the time.
It's hard to agree with a lot of people.
Yeah,
everyone just comes from such a different background with different information. I mean, it is like you said earlier, getting dumbed down and funneled into Instagram reels. So we're all getting bite-sized bits of information, and we've stopped reading. Nobody reads. Magazines are going out of print. So
right.
No, it's scary, bro. It's like we're on this rock with nobody at the wheel. At the driver wheel. Like all the smart people like that got really rich in the turn of the century America, like the steel guys, the railroad guys. I feel like them and their offspring. Well, I feel like those guys that made rich in the beginning when it was easy to get rich. And
are you talking about my man Carnegie?
Yeah, like the bloodlines like that. Yeah, and then their heirs basically are the people. Okay, so the people making the most amount of money are heirs, like people that get millions of dollars passed down to them. There's not many Mark Cubans or whatever the fucks, and then, like there's like so I'm saying like those families would control things forever, and so what they do is they made everybody like dumb, and then the smart people died. I mean, like it was probably like I feel like the smart people that created all this shit was like I like to think that everything's just like when I see a guy like Trump, I'm like oh. Things don't suck because this guy. He'd love to believe that things suck because of him because he's so important. But really, it's just nothing really happening. You know, it's not like negligent. It's just ignorant, rather. It's just a bunch of idiots like not really doing anything and staring at their phone all day while society collapses around them. I mean, it's like that thing that like 12 hours on your phone staring at this, and that's why the building across from my building sucks because like nobody lives in reality anymore. They live in this like fantasy world, like this copy paste land, you know. And they're just like, I'm the king of copy paste land. You know what I mean? And like you come into my copy paste saying, "Hey, there's only room for one of them." You know, it's like you're wrong. Fuck you, grandma. I'm deleting you, grandma. You know, it's like, and most people don't even have us. Like you guys are famous artists. You guys have fans. Most people don't have fans.
Ooh,
like most people just have.
Is a stretch.
Well, okay, you at least have two fans, right? Like me and Nikki here. No, I'm joking, but I'm sure.
Yeah, thank you. Both of you.
Thank you, guys.
Artists have fans. Most people don't even have fans. So most people are only arguing with their internal circle of people. Like they maybe have two friends. They maybe have a family they talk to. Most of the time they wrote off their family. So they have like this small internal circle they just argue with. And like it's just so divisive and insane and crazy. And I want to stop it. Like when I see it, I'm like, because 10 years ago, I was the only guy yelling at people on the internet. Now everybody's just arguing constantly and I'm not. It's like weird. It's like everybody's just like, you fucking, like this guy in the comments, he's still calling me a fucking something. He's like, I mean, he called me an idiot, and it is kind of stupid to have a poster of yourself behind you. I actually agree with him there again. So I am a fucking idiot, and it's dumb to have a poster of yourself behind you. I agree with both your statements, honestly.
Like,
you hate me, but I agree with you, you know? It's like, but
you should come back next week and just have a collage of
a
bunch of pictures of yourself.
At an old house that Leo and I lived in, we turned the living room to a practice space, and we had a poster of ourselves up in there at one point, but only because I had pulled it down from a show we played, I think in Poland, and I loved the writing on it, and it was a photo that we had taken for the tour, but they had printed it big themselves and had completely other just had a cool calligraphy and everything. So I was just like, oh, that's really cool, but it could have been similar if we had that house still. Maybe it would be behind me right now.
If you can't hang up, a poster of yourself, how can you expect anybody else to? So
it's
you gotta
no, exactly. You gotta be like, oh, does that sold out show poster from Boca Raton bother you? Sorry about that.
I mean, it's something to be proud of.
Yeah, did I convince a rich town to fucking come see me and buy merch?
I mean, that poster there, it's badass. You look like you're on a psychedelic odyssey.
We'll see that. Count Bass D rock stars like it. You fucking idiot. You know, I'm just joking. It's like flex with you guys. I'm like, fucking rock stars think it's cool, but no, it's like, but I'm just saying, no, it's like, I think he's just mad. It's not Jeffrey Epstein. You know, just put Ghislaine Maxwell behind you. Just like where you're talking, like straight face that shit. It's like, yeah, guys, like. So, did you guys have to go to Jeffrey Epstein's island to be famous, or you guys do the underground way?
The underground way.
Yeah, it's the underground way is the only way. There was no fast tracking on a
calories
jet called Lolita or whatever.
Calories for adrenochrome.
Oh man!
I always want to ask rock stars. Like the entire internet. You guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but like the entire internet, like the 4chan level of the internet, thinks everyone like you guys are on adrenochrome and like shape-shifting reptilians. Like so, it's just like a funny thing for me to bring up. Like just anybody that has any kind of like cloud or any whatever terminology, they like just think they're all like lizard people. So I just thought it was a funny concept to ask you guys then.
It is interesting. There's sometimes people do think that there's if anything ever goes well, there is that eyebrow raise and that what did you do? Who did you pay? And occasionally it was like, well, we actually are broke and still working day jobs and just painstakingly put this out. Our first couple 7 inches, we actually self-funded. The first 2 or 3, we started working with the label. Well, we started working with the label after that, and they put forth some money, but it gets paid back in royalties. So it isn't like we
saw payday like any other loan,
Yeah. Mostly the benefit of that was just the assistance and the guidance from a label and and they have a built-in fan base. That was helpful. But those first couple of 7-inches, it was just me and Leo chatting, figuring out how we can raise this money. I think I was working at a hotel and he was working at a bar.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were just like, we're gonna print these ourselves and get out there, and we toured. And some of these shows had like a handful of people there. So that was
choose what you want to spend your money on and put your resources into,
Yeah.
we
We
are
grateful to get to these like mid-sized venues. Sorry.
No, you were talking. It was my bad. I'm sorry. But I wish more artists were more honest about what you guys are talking about. Because like I think a lot of artists are like that, man. I think a lot of artists like fame doesn't necessarily pay your bills. I think like it can obviously, but I'm saying being famous just means people know you. Like you just monetize in other ways off of that and stuff. And real life is expensive, and like people don't understand this. Like because everybody acts like they already made it, like that Lord song. They're like, oh, I got a Lambo, I got this shit, and they're all lying. Whereas, like, what you said is very real for artists. I mean, I'm a comedian. I relate to that, too. I mean, I have to bartend sometimes or whatever else if I want to. If I was a millionaire, I'd still do that shit, though, honestly. I fucking love it. It's like I do whatever the fuck I want. It's like you got to pay your bills still, and you got to have a lot of money still. You have to have all more than one hustle. Like, Elton John has Airbnbs and shit. I mean, these guys that are rich, they're not rich from, like, I mean, it's hard. Okay, for music and entertainment, like comedy, I think it's harder to get rich because all we have is, like, there's no DVD sales. There's no CD sales. So all we have is basically merch and door deals is to monetize. I mean, and the streaming's a joke. I mean, I got like, dude, the amount of, I'm not going to say publicly, but the amount of money they pay you for 100 million streams on YouTube is insanely insulting. Is all I'm going to say. Because like 100 million people watching something should make me a millionaire. You mean I should have like $14 million from that or something. I feel as if I should. And I feel like the same with your guys' streams and stuff like that. You guys are getting like your guys' streams are better than YouTube. Spotify's better than YouTube, but not by much. It's like 0.00000 like 1% of a fucking. It's like I don't know exactly.
0.004, yeah.
Yeah, that's insane, bro. That's insane. And we basically outsourced every single job to a cell phone. That's why. There's no cameras, there's no maps, there's no video cameras, there's no record. I still buy vinyl, but do you guys have vinyl actually? Your music on vinyl?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll buy that for sure. I'm gonna buy. How much is it?
Thank you.
How much is it?
Like $25. Yeah.
Can I get one autograph somehow? Are you guys coming to St. Louis or where are you guys going?
Are we playing St. Louis?
You have tour dates somewhere on the website?
Yeah, let me look right now.
What's the website? Let's pull it up. I'll pull it up too. What is it?
Yeah, pull up their tour dates. Let's
Thank you. Yeah.
pull it up for everybody to see.
Is it on your Bandcamp or do you have a website too? I'm looking still.
The tour poster is on our Instagram, and then we have that that all links in our bio thing that takes it to the ticket the ticket links and all that.
I got your tour flyer right now. Bam. Okay, let me pull it up.
I don't see St. Louis. Looks like closest would be probably Chicago or.
All right, you got Seattle tomorrow, then Utah, Denver, St. Paul, Chicago, Michigan, Cambridge, Brooklyn. Yeah, you're hitting some cool spots, man. Like,
yeah.
Can you zoom in a little bit more?
Zoom in more, yeah.
You see, we're returning.
You're in LA. You're in LA. Yeah. Nikki's there.
Cool. Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you want to go, let us know in advance. We'll put you on the list.
Yeah, I'd love to.
It's gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna be a great show, a great tour. All these bands are so cool, and it's so funny that we're leaving to go so far for that first show, and then we're going to be in Austin on the third. But it never feels any different. We've done this before, this type of routing, and so you're back in your home city, and maybe a couple of convenient things. You can see some friends real quick, or sleep in your own bed or something. But you still have the same routine. Like you got to get out to the drive the next day. Wow. So I think we have a day off the next day, but it's just a drive to head toward Phoenix.
Damn. Well, I commend you guys on the time and energy and the work you guys put into just doing your craft and going on tour and putting yourself out there. That's really awesome.
Yeah, we're excited. We're getting out these 2 records. We're only playing material from one of them. The other one is a completely different genre. So we did something new where we put out the hardcore electronic music, and then a second one with a slightly different spelling of her name. Yeah. And it's a pop record. So we're going to tour
Street Sex spelled with SEX is totally different genre. That's fucking dope.
Oh yeah. Its own lane, its own sound.
I like your pop stuff a lot. I like the pop stuff
thank
too.
You. Thank you.
I was listening to a lot of that earlier. No, I liked it. I liked it a lot, to be honest.
Thank you. Yeah, it's fun. It was fun to try this out and to to create it, and to see Leo come up with the concepts for the art, but to see it crosstalk a bit, that it has some nods to our other stuff too. If people don't like it for whatever reason, that are into the heavy stuff, they don't have to worry about it like mid set. We're going to turn in there and, you know, put on a shiny outfit and do like a pop track or something. It's going to be its own tour, its own feel.
Cool.
Nice. I think that'll be, it's a great way to approach it.
I believe I've done Backstage Bar too. I think that's the only venue I've been at that you have on this tour. But I think I remember that in Vegas. I didn't remember I remember the name. I don't remember what it looked like though. I think I did that same bar.
Yeah, we played there once before, Sean. I don't know if you remember. That was on the Dialect tour. That had like the backyard kind of area. There's like a pool hall, and you walk through the pool hall, and then there's like a back patio. And
yes,
the show in Vegas. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Is that the place that you went to, Anthony?
Yeah. No, that made a lot of sense after you said it. I remember the name. I know it by name, but I couldn't picture it until you said the pool hall, and I remember that after that. I remember the pool.
Yeah.
That's the one where our fog machines had no effect. Just floated out to the sky. Yeah. That was either like the day after or two when Tom Petty died.
Oh,
I remember we had never been to Vegas, and we roll up, and on all the signs it said R.I.P. Tom Petty. So there's a bit of a vibe going around.
Wait, is that how you found out about it?
I think we had probably checked our phones, but it just makes it more real when you somebody that big. Yeah, it's interesting to see how a famous artist like that affects different people. Yeah, especially when they've written such great songs. Like I felt the same when Ozzy died recently. Yeah. I watched part of the last show he did, and he died 2 weeks later. Right? I mean that's wild to me. I saw a clip of that "Mama, I'm Coming Home" song. He played it. It's a very loud. He can barely sing it, but he's holding on and everything. And it really, him dying, it took me back to like early memories I had of my brother playing me his cassettes and stuff. So
yeah, influential legends.
Man, I know how to bum out a chat, don't I?
Dude, Tom Petty got away with smoking cigarettes beside Warner. Like my friend Mandy worked at Warner Brothers for like she's like assistant to like one of the guys there, and like and basically Tom Petty would be in there like just smoking cigarettes. Like he didn't give a fuck at all. So he was like in LA in a record place just smoking fucking cigarettes. Like to me that's hilarious. Like I can't believe he got away with that. I mean, it shows you it's possible, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so how can people buy tickets to your show? Just going to your Instagram, and you guys have the link in your bio.
Yeah, there's a link in the bio that'll take you to that Comey thing, and then all the ticket links should be there. Yeah.
Cool. And what other platforms do you guys have? Just Instagram, where you guys are on Spotify and YouTube?
I think we're on all of them. Yeah, all of them. You know, as far as Instagram, X, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. Spotify, and then all the other streaming platforms, whatever they are, Apple and Tidal, all that.
Were you guys like childhood friends?
Videos on YouTube. Were you what?
Were you guys like childhood friends?
No. We met, and like I was in my early 20s. I think Sean was late teens when we met. So it was around 2000, 2001. So I was a couple years out of high school, and Sean was probably a year or two out of high school too.
Yeah, you guys seem like you've known each other for a long time. You seem like you have like that brother energy, but I can tell you're not brothers. You have that like vibe though. I can tell you guys have known each other for a while. It's awesome, man. I wish I had a friend.
It is. There's someone out there for everyone.
One day I'll find it.
He's got plenty of friends. Shut up, Anthony.
Yeah, occasionally we'll throw out a joke that's super old, like a joke from 2003 or 4 that no one else would get, and it was just something silly. It's always something silly that just sticks for years and years.
Yeah.
That's
but there's really no one else I can do that with. I can retell the joke, but it's not funny for someone who wasn't there.
I can see that. Yeah. That's what good friends are for, man. Like it's like family at that point, It's like somebody 20 years is basically family at that point, That's like, that's a long time. I think to know somebody. I think that's awesome. That's probably why it works. You guys have record labels hate that shit. They want to split you guys up, put you guys solo and shit. They're like, oh, you guys are fucking solid friends. So you guys can't get along. Fuck you guys. Like that's the record labels hate that shit probably. But I think it's awesome. I think it's like
they want like the Brian Jonestown massacre, right? Just fighting on stage, hitting each other with their guitars and yelling. They break up mid tour. That tells the story.
The behind the music, yeah.
That's awesome, man. Like, so I wish you guys were coming to St. Louis. That'd be cool. But when you guys are doing that soon? Do you guys know you guys don't book your shows if you don't know where you're at, right? You guys have an agent, probably.
We don't have an agent right now. We've had agents in the past. So this tour was it started by King Yosef and then Youth Code's agents. Their agents put the tour together. So we were just kind of asked to be a part of it. So
cool.
We kind of lucked out on that.
Well, you're popping. You should come to St. Louis. So like,
we'll definitely be back to St. Louis. I mean, we've played there a handful of times for sure, and it's always.
I could probably help you get a venue that's not crazy too out here. Like if you guys need it or something. I don't know what you guys. I mean, we'll talk about it now on a fucking podcast. But I'm saying, like, you guys. I would love to see you guys here, man. It'd be cool.
Right? Yeah, we'd love to.
Yeah. Dude, man. So yeah, no. So what's your favorite food spot? Like, do you have like a food spot that you want to frequent when you travel? Like certain.
Some bands are into that. Actually, they do have like those. When I hit this city, I'm gonna go to that spot kind of mentality. Actually, we've been interacting a lot with Johnny from Health and his manager Joe, and they've just been amazing people. But we recently had a record listening party for our 2 albums, something we had never done, and some bands got booked and everything. We didn't perform. We just had Johnny fly in to DJ throughout it, and then we would play the record in full as I awkwardly endure it with everyone, and then as it concluded, like have other. Oh, it's like imagine. I had heard our records in a minute too, so it was like I'm hearing the mixes again, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta fix this, I gotta do that. And I actually told Johnny some of this. And he's like, it's fine. He's like, I've had worse, where I'm in a little room with everyone, and everyone's like being real nice about it and everything. Like, I tried to get out of it. I'm like, hey, should we play a song or two? And then you start DJing again, right? They don't want to hear our music; they want to keep dancing. He's like, no, just play the whole thing. I'm like, okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But anyway, I mentioned him because their management, Joe McKinney, who is a fantastic human being, has helped us so much in getting these records out. He loves food. So even when he was coming into Austin, he was asking like, what are some spots and things. And Leo and I were kind of scrambling. I mean, I go out a bit, but I didn't have anything right away. There's so many places to eat in Austin. I mean, Austin's a foodie spot if you got to use that word. But definitely of that mentality. Like if I'm going to be traveling with a band, if I'm going to roll into a place, I'm going to return to that spot or try to get a meal. So,
yeah, the one thing that I always do is when we're on tour, when we go through New York, is I always like to get some kind of pastrami from one of the bodegas. That's about like the only thing that's like gotta happen on tour, because I love pastrami, and obviously it's gonna be the best up there.
Yes.
No, that's awesome, man. No, that's the best part about travel to me. It's like I'm a fat piece of shit, man. I go somewhere, I'm eating everything, and I immediately I'm like, where are the ribs at? You got ribs here? I'm like, it's like I'm asking for some shit. Like Memphis ribs, dude. You ever eat in Memphis?
I don't think I've had Memphis ribs.
Yeah, I don't think we've never played in Memphis, so I don't even know if I've ever been in Memphis.
You probably don't want to, really, other than the barbecue. It's like, I mean, it's kind of fucked up there, but no, I think the barbecue's worth it, or like I like the South a lot too. The South's got a lot of good food too, like all like golf and stuff.
We certainly know the barbecue here in Austin.
How is that? Is that good barbecue in Austin?
There's so much good barbecue.
Where are the good spots there? I've never been to Austin. I may cut through there at some point.
There's a famous place called Franklin that you can't really give a shout out to because it's so famous that people will be lined up around the block. They get there like 7 or 8.
Well, you
got to camp out. People, they party in the line. They'll bring beer and stuff so they can kind of drink all day and then get the barbecue.
I'd straight up never do that, but I like this as an option. Like, I can't wait for shit. I get fucking impatient. I just want to eat. It's like
I once had some.
Good for them.
It was catered, like somebody went and picked it up. Otherwise, same. I can't wait. I'm not gonna get up at 7.
It's like, I respect the people. I respect the people doing it. I respect the restaurant for having that kind of like pool, but I'm like, dude.
Wait, you had it catered, so do you think you would ever? Was it good enough that you would wait?
It's delicious, but I wouldn't. Yeah, I would never wait in that line. Not a chance. Yeah, but
my thought on that is like when you wait so long, anything tastes amazing.
Yeah.
So if I wait for 8 hours, when that barbecue hits, I mean, this is the best barbecue I've ever had.
8 hours.
I wish I had that patience, man. I'm just like, when I go out to eat, I want to eat like 20 minutes before that, you know. I'm just like, I have to like travel there and shit, and I get there and I'm just like, I don't know. And there's people there, I'll just leave sometimes. I'm like, I don't want to be around. Sometimes I just want to. It was like my schedule's so weird, man. I feel like I have the opposite schedule of everybody else. So like everybody like goes to like their cubicle all day, and that's when I like explore the zombie land, you know. When there's like nobody out, and then on weekends I'm just like, fuck, they let them out. I'm like, fuck, they let all these people out, you know. It's like I like just, you know, like the times no one's out, you know. That's the best time for me.
Yeah.
That's why I live downtown St. Louis. Like you guys said, there's no people here. That's the best part. Like I'm gonna minimal damage, you know.
There's no people.
Someone in the comments that are saying food too, like Cajun in New Orleans is pretty fire. It's like Cajun boil. You ever Cajun boils?
No, yeah, Cajun boil like in New Orleans. We've done the gumbo and the po' boys when we passed through there, and you know the shrimp po' boys.
New Orleans is kind of cool.
Yeah, so, it's wild.
Dark town, but
the Cafe Du Monde. I know we stopped there one time on our way through and got the beignets.
I think I ate there too. Actually, I think I ate there too. That's awesome. Like,
yeah, I don't know if you remember that show. That was on our way to Austin, so I was actually probably still drunk when we stopped there. So that was back in the boozing days.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So what do you guys do if you don't get fucked up? Like, you just like do everything on time and stuff. Wake up early. Like, what do you do? I'm genuinely curious. I didn't mean to. I'm just like,
really?
Yeah, I'm just generally. What does somebody do? I can't understand that stuff.
I feel like the actual answer that's going to be just so uncool. It may not be worth.
It doesn't have to be cool. It just has to work and be good for you. You know, it's like being cool is like that's what music's for. But you don't have to be cool all the time. It's like
you do replace it with music, basically, right? I mean,
yeah, for the most part. I mean, there's like say Shaun and I used to. I mean, that's how Shaun and I like developed our friendship, was getting wasted together. I mean, that was like 10 years of our friendship was just like going out and getting fucked up, going to bars, going to parties, like staying out all night. And so when that kind of,
and actually the first couple of years it was just hanging out. We'd go hang out and actually listen to music, you know, like just sit together, get drunk, listen to records, talk about the music. We did that for a couple of years. It was informative.
I mean, yeah, and when you're wasting time that way, and then it's like, it's not like all of a sudden you get sober and like you become this new productivity machine. Like you just find other ways to waste time. Like the junk food in front of the fucking binging, streaming, and all that stuff. You know, that stuff definitely happens sometimes. It's just like it's a less self-destructive mode of time wasting, but I mean, there's still plenty of time wasting. I mean, we're not.
No, I wish I envy that. I wish I created art sober. I think it's a good quality to have. I think drugs are basically a trick, and you shouldn't do them, and you shouldn't drink really either. But I fell for the trick, and I like it a little bit, you know. But I feel like it's still smarter to be so. I think I respect that person. I think like if I could, I don't know. I'm close, you know. I'm just like I see it being a good idea at least finally, you know. But I respect it a lot. I think like a lot of my buddies are probably sober too at this point. A lot of musicians I know are actually sober. Like,
it is a bit of a thing right now. There is a lot of sobriety in the music scenes.
I think it's like because the music industry has gotten so difficult. You know, it's like, I think most of them are, yeah. But yeah, it's just gotten so difficult to do music and make a living at it that it's like if you want to stand a chance, you can't get fucked up every day and do it. I mean, maybe a handful of people can, but I think the majority of people realize, like, hey, if we want to do this shit seriously, we gotta kind of, do it with a straight face, you know.
The thing is, when I was a teenager, I idolized it. I had this. Do you remember that book, that photography book of Metallica? Who took all their photos? Ross Halvin? Is that the guy, like the famous?
Yeah, I don't know, but that name does kind of ring a bell, but I don't know.
I think he's the famous. He does all the big bands like that, the big metal bands. But there was a collection, and I remember buying it when I was a teenager from Barnes and Noble, and it was all great, like portraits of Metallica getting fucked up. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. They were in their t-shirts making messes of like food and drinking beers, and it looked so great. And maybe that's why it perpetuates some of that, you know.
Yeah, but then Some Kind of Monster came out. You know, you guys have seen that.
Right? One of the greatest documentaries ever.
That's when the party's over, you know.
No, it makes sense. Yeah, no, it makes sense. And I'm like probably too old to get fucked up too. I feel like it's kind of. I'm like 39. I feel like I should have not. There's a certain age, like smoking weed's like, are you still smoking weed at 39? Are you kidding me? It's like, that's what I feel like internally almost. I'm like, but I think it's. I don't know. I think the world thanks me for smoking weed. I think everybody I interact with on a daily basis probably appreciates it. But it's like, but it keeps me dumb though. You know, I could probably be doing more things. You know.
I have a friend who's been making. He's from back home. He lives somewhere else. He's been making weed butter, and I think he doesn't have the proportions right, because he'll occasionally leave me a voice message that he's like way out there, and he's like, I think I'm in a little too deep right now. I'm like, it's like an old childhood friend, and I don't know. I think he's like making it for himself and the neighbors. He's not selling it, so I'm not really sure, but it sounds awful. Again, it's that thing of like getting that terrible paranoia, and not being able to leave. Like, I'm trapped in my own body.
I used to do that in my coffee, man. Like, just put weed butter in my coffee. I don't drink coffee anymore.
Like, in your coffee?
Dude, yeah. Dude, coffee and weed.
Wait. You smoke weed? You don't drink coffee?
I don't drink coffee. Like, but
man. We've got the opposite drug then. Now that is something I partake in daily. I have a cutoff time, but I need it for sure.
No, that makes sense. Okay, so coffee, that's interesting. Yeah, caffeine's widely accepted, I think. But it's like, it's not bad for your lungs, which is good, you know. I just feel like that. I don't know. I just like the completely sober thing. I think I would do eventually. I think I just want to get on this like water drinking thing, and like just like I don't drink soda or anything really. I already drink water, you know what I'm saying? But like just not like no intoxicants or anything. I think it'd be smarter. Yeah. I don't know. I'd probably
give it a shot.
I'd go crazy probably. I'd just be weird, you know. I feel like it'd be weird.
Anything's worth a shot for however long you think you can. Set a time. Be like, you know what, 2 weeks. I'm going to try this out. And
I've done that for a month or so, and I think I'm never quitting. I'm like an all or nothing guy. I'll just like all my friends that smoke weed still. My wife, I'll give them like trouble for smoking weed when I don't smoke for a month. I'm like, oh, that's stupid, you know. I'll like feel like that, and then I'll be right back. You know, it's like it's just one thing. But anyway, John, of course, do you want to throw anything out before we get out of here? Like, you got a show tomorrow in Seattle. Anything else people may want to know about you before I didn't? And I didn't want to just keep asking the typical questions. I'm like, what key did you play this in and stuff? I just want to. It was cool to vibe with you guys, honestly, from my perspective, at least. And
we really appreciate it. I appreciate you listening to the music and having us on. You know,
yeah, thanks for coming on.
Really do. We a lot of people haven't heard this music yet. We've only put a couple of singles out from each record.
What's the listening party episode at some point, maybe?
I think Leo's working on a new track. You hear that?
I'm gonna mute that real fast.
That's that industrial sound in the background. Leo, it sounded like you were going full industrial back there. I heard like the clanking of a pipe, like maybe you were doing some dishes or.
No, I just had to go to the bathroom. I thought if I left my earbuds here, when you wouldn't have to listen to the sound of me, using the bathroom. But
smart, yeah.
So he was asking if there's anything before we wrap up that we want to say.
No, I mean, we really appreciate you guys having us on the podcast and, giving us a chance to plug our new records, which come out Friday on the 15th. And then the tour starts Saturday in Seattle on the 16th. So thank you guys really for, giving us a.
And we'll repost this on Rumble and we'll have them feature it. So
yeah, we'll get this picked up. And then
we'll send you guys the link for that when we get that done.
Cool. Thank
you. Yeah. It was really nice meeting you guys.
Pleasure as well. And like, if you guys are interested in this idea, like, if you want to do like a listing episode where we just like play your record or something, or and just like talk about it after, during, or whatever, I'd be interested in something like that too. Eventually, I don't know. I don't know how far we're booked. I got to look at some stuff, and I'm sure you do too. You got a massive tour coming up, but if you guys would be interested in something like that, let me know too. Because that'd be cool to survive some new music and stuff, and instead playing like just like see what commenters say and stuff. I don't know if that's any of you interested.
That.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I think that'd be cool with your guys' style of music. I think that would be cool. But pleasure to meet you guys.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, follow them, buy their tickets, watch them on tour, go check out their tour list, follow them on Instagram, all the platforms, and thanks for coming on. Appreciate you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you all for watching. Spending your Tuesday night doing this, watching at home. I know I'm probably on your Xbox TV right now or something, or whatever you have, whatever device you have me on, probably your phone or something too. So thank you for watching this live. And if you're watching this later, you missed it. You just missed it. You should have watched it live. But no, thank you all for seriously spending your Tuesday night watching us. And check out Street Sects. They're doing a huge tour, probably coming to your town. A lot of major cities looks like. So thank you for spending your Tuesday doing this. And I'll see you all next week. I'm not going to tell you what's happening next week. You have to come find out.
Thank you, Frankie. Thank you, Frankie and Couch Guy.
Yeah. Shout out Frankie and Couch Guy.
Bye.
Bye.